Now, this last one probably seems pretty strange to most of us in this room. And so I want to turn to another similar case or related case where the justices flesh this out, what they mean by this. They say some similar things and flesh it out. And in this case, 7 years later, it's closely related, but what we have here is actually a newsreel. So New York State censors censored a newsreel that had an image of a woman in a bathing suit. This is not the woman, this is not from the film, but this is what the bathing suit would look like. It's obviously very scandalous. And the distributor said, well, wait a minute, this is the news. You shouldn't be pre-screening and censoring newsreels. This is a clear violation of freedom of the press. And they took this to the court. And this one didn't go to the Supreme Court, just to the New York State courts. The New York State Appellate Court disagreed. They said, no, this is not a violation of freedom of the press. It's not, as we might think in this room, right, the news that's privileged by freedom of the press or of speech. But it's not the ideas, not the content of the information conveyed, but the manner that it's conveyed. They said, this speech or this freedom doesn't cover everything. It doesn't cover just news. It covers expression of thought involving conscious mental effort, not mere action. Okay, so the suggestion is these films are mere action. In contrast to this type of mental activity, like the formation of judgment, opinions, etc., the judges said current events films and other films might convey ideas, but they did so differently than newspapers. In film, for the audience, no mental activity is required. All the audience is doing is absorbing ideas, or ideas are being implanted in them. The judge said, there's not a speaker. In film, there is no speaker, merely an actor or a body performing ideas. And for the audience, the physical experience of spectacle. And spectacle, right, at turn of the century, doesn't merely mean something that you look at, but it means something you've experienced in kind of a visceral, physical way. So films might be spectacles, but so are roller coasters. And I don't mean looking at them, going on the roller coaster. So this is a type of experience they're talking about. So in summary, films aren't speech because they're imitative, because they use images and gestures to convey ideas rather than words, and because they work on the bodies rather than the minds of the audiences.